What's up, everyone? Jason Galactic here, and today I'm showing off my Mega Eelektross EX deck profile for June 2026. This is my current version of Mega Eelektross EX before the official. I guess technically speaking, I could play it starting today, but I haven't actually updated the deck yet for Cast Rising. But this is my current list. I've taken to my cup last Sunday and got 8th place with it. I lost my winning in to top 4 to Dragapult. If I had one game, either 2 or 3, which I should have won, I would have made top 4 and probably would have went on to win the cup. But I kind of just fell short. So it's whatever. I also top deck. As for our deck box I'm using for the deck, I'm using this Fire Force deck box I got from headtoheadbattles.com. On the inside is, I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. But this is the inside deck box. And then the dice and stuff is down here. There's this extra card I got here for some other players. As for sleeves, I am using the Iono and Bellybolt sleeves with some Dragon Shield outer sleeves to go over it, in case you're wondering. This is the playmat I'm currently using, which is the God Pride Chariot Carry playmat. I will plan on going back to my other, to the usual no game, no life playmat eventually. I just want to use this one because I haven't got a chance to actually use this playmat before. So I'm kind of just using it for the time being until I go back to the other one. So you'll be seeing this one from time to time, every so often. Yeah. But without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. I personally love this deck. No one really plays Mega Eelektross except for me, really. So it was kind of hard to come up with a deck for this, deck list for this deck. Since before I did play Ghost, but then I realized the Ghost would kind of give me too many prize cards with the Mega and everything. And I decided to go a different route with it. So this is the deck I'm currently running. If I was going to NAC, which I really wish I was going to NAC like to compete. This is the deck I'll be running. But sadly, I didn't get into NAC, but I am going to be there Sunday. So if you see me Sunday, come up say hi, because I will be there Sunday with my girlfriend and hang around Sunday. So yeah, let's get into the deck. And hopefully I can do some side events too with the deck. That'll be super fun too. So for the Pokemon, we're running 4 copies of Tynamo. Yeah, this kind of is the only Tynamo card I have, really, that's in format. I really wish it was the IRs from Black Bolt. The only thing I do not like about this card, though, is that it's super small, so it gets sniped pretty easily, but from the Ghost and from Dragapult. So it kind of sucks, especially with the if they have Risky Ruins. It kind of sucks that this thing isn't bigger, but it's kind of all I have to play with. But yeah, we have 4 Tynamos, because Tynamo's really good in the deck. You really need Tynamos, because you really want to see your basic Pokemon. Also, I need 2 more Lightning Bolt ones, but I would want the 4 IRs. That'd be super awesome for the deck. Next up is 3 Electric. And I only run 3, because I feel like the 4th one is just too clunky. And Dynamore is really good ability, so I kind of want to run 3, or have more than 2 of them, since Dynamore is really good. And it's just a really good card all around. It helps you get your energy back from discard, which is super good. And I do run E-switches in the deck, so I can go Electrike to get energy and E-switch it to active if I needed to set up another Disaster Shock if need be for a knockout or something, which is pretty helpful. And speaking of which, we're running 3 copies of the boy himself, Mega Eelektross EX. So if I start with this card before I get to what it does, this card I could not find from Ascended Heroes at all. Like, no one had them at all. So I ended up having to buy I ended up having to buy a Mega Attack Rare. No, I bought the SIR, because a friend of mine had pulled the SIR from an ETB on the release, I think on release day. A friend of mine had bought an ETB, and he pulled it. I bought it from him for like $40. And then I got 1 Mega Attack Rare for somebody, and then the shop ended up having a basic one. So then I ended up buying another Mega Attack Rare, because the shop ended up getting another one. So I was like, cool, I had 1 SIR, 2 Mega Attack Rare. And then they kept getting SIRs, so I kept buying the SIRs. So now I have all 3 SIRs underneath the deck, which is super awesome. And everybody's finding it really funny that I have 3 SIRs for the deck, and like not a single base rarity of this card. Like, I have 1 base Mega Eelektross EX, because I could not find another one. And I was looking for the base rarity EX for the deck. But I couldn't find it, so I now have 3 SIRs. And I paid about $40 for each of them. So altogether, I paid like $120 for like the 3 SIRs, which is super funny. And like the only other SIR I have from this set is like Canary and the Marnie's Grimstar I pulled, which is super funny that I have like 3 of these cards now. But what this card does is for 2 lightning energy, you can do Split Bomb, which does 60 damage to 2 Pokemon. So you can do 60 to the active and then 60 to a bench, or you can do 60 straight to, you can go 2 60s straight to the two different bench Pokemon, which is super cool. And then for 3 lightning energy, you can do Disaster Shock for 190, and you can discard 2 lightning energy to paralyze the opponent's Pokemon, which means they can't attack or retreat unless they use Switch. Which to me comes up a lot because against Dragapult, a lot of people don't play Switch cards, so if they're paralyzed, they usually can't retreat and they're stuck there, which is good for me because if I get them stuck there, they can't attack me. And against fighting decks, against Rocky Energy, I can just enhance hammer it away and then paralyze them for kind of make sure they can't attack me, which is super funny. Also, I find that 350 is a lot harder for a lot of decks to hit, which is super cool. And come in handy a lot of times where I can like barely survive an attack and then just Monkey Door damage away and kind of just kill them, which is super funny. I wouldn't be playing the special Lightning Energy whenever it comes out. I do plan on playing at least like 1 or 2 copies of it because it'll make Disaster Shock do 210, which sucks for the Monkey Dory, not Monkey Dories. It sucks for like the Pheasantippities and the Tailmaster Orgrippons, which I don't want to knock out immediately with Disaster Shock. But it will make it so that I can do 80 to the active, which in a lot of cases will come out more handy than 60 does. But this card's really good. For whatever reason, I didn't think this. I thought things was like water electric, but apparently it's just pure electric, which I did not know. Which is really weird since I love Eelektross in general. But I don't know. I think I'm used to having Levitate or something, to where it's not weak to ground like ground type moves or something. I don't know. But when it was weak to fighting, I was like really confused by that. But I guess I just messed up somewhere. I thought it was part water type as well, since I thought it was an eel. But it's an eel, but I assumed it was part water type as well. So that's on me. But yeah, it's weak to fighting, which kind of sucks the deck a little bit because Lucario and it's probably just Lucario. But Lucario isn't really an issue for this deck, really, since it can kind of kill Lucarios pretty easily. And I don't think I've ever lost to Lucario. I think I might have lost to like 1 Lucario the entire time I've been playing this deck. But outside of that, I have never lost to Lucario. So, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for the Eelektross line. Super solid. I wouldn't change anything from that at all, since those cards are really useful. Next for support Pokemon, we're playing 3 copies of Munkidori to move damage around, because Munkidori is really good, especially if we can move the 20 over to knock out things with 70 or 80 HP, which is super funny. On top of that, you can also kill the Tailmax Orgrippons in the active by Munkidori 30 damage over, kill them, and 40 point bring something else to paralyze it and lock them again for another turn. Running 1 copy of Badoo, that I want of because it's item blocks and it's really good. 1 Meowth EX to help us look for our supporter cards. And then 1 copy of Pheasantipity because Pheasantipity is really good. Also mine is playstamps, which is really funny. That I have funny enough at the playstamp one for an actual regular EX. But then I ended up trading my EX away for a gold gemming tower that I don't use, which is funny. Right when Desperados came out. So I had an unstopped one, but I traded away for a gold gemming tower. Super funny. Now it's cost like $4. Next up for our item cards, we first got our Pokemon Searchers, being 3 copies of Pokepot, 2 Buddy Buddy, and then 2 Ultra Ball. These are Pokemon Searchers in the deck. I do have 1 more card to search that Pokemon, which is really good, and I guess I'll put it here, I guess. But our other supporter Pokemon that searches out, our supporter that searches out Pokemon is Canary, 2 copies of Canary. Because pretty much all these cards help us search out for our Pokemon. And Canary is really good because I can discard a card and search my deck for 4 lightning Pokemon. So most of the time I'm discarding a lightning energy because I can get it back with Dynamotor or like the Leventias, which is super funny. So that's all Pokemon Searchers. I guess I put Canary there with the Pokemon Searchers as well. Next up is 2 copies of Rare Candy to help us evolve faster. Because sometimes we can go turn 2 Rare Candy into Mega Eelektross with 2 energy and then start doing the Split Bombs to start taking knockouts. Or start pressuring our opponents to make them play out optimally. That's something I do against like Dragapult decks, since I want to kill the Dragapults as quickly as possible, the GP as quickly as possible. And even if they evolve up into Dragcloak, they still like knock out on them. So I want to like start pressuring my opponent as quickly as possible. Then playing recovery options, being 2 Night Stretcher, That was back Pokemon or energy cards. Most times it's Pokemon. Then we're playing 2 E-Switch to help switch from Pokemon from our switch energy from our bench to our active. Or in case we got one Munkidori set up, you can go Munkidori, E-Switch, Dark Energy up to another Munkidori again. And then we have 1 Dark Energy doing the job of 2 Munkidoris. Which is super funny. That I've done it a few times before in one game because of it. Next up is our way to get rid of Rocky Energy, because that is our biggest op. We have 2 Enhanced Hammers, because I don't want Rocky Energy hitting the board at all, because I hate that card, and it prevents me from paralyzing my opponent. It also works surprisingly well against my other favorite matchup, which is the Team Rockets, since I can get rid of the Team Rocket Energy and have them be able to build up a Mewtwo all over again, which is super funny to do against Mewtwo Team Rocket. Since I can just hammer away the Team Rocket's energy, I have them to pretty much have to waste time building up another Mewtwo. And then the 1 copy, Unfair Stamp, because Unfair Stamp is really good, because I don't have Iono anymore. So since I don't have Iono, I run Unfair Stamp. If I had Iono in the format, I would probably play Precious Trolley, in all honesty. I'll play that or probably like the Hero Escape as big Mega Eelektross. For supporters, like I said, running 2 Canary, because Canary switched up for up to 4 basic Pokemon. I should have had a second one, but I didn't buy it because I went to buy it, but then somebody else bought it for me before I did. So I technically should have a second Canary SIR, but I don't have one, so I'm running 1 full art one currently. Then running 2 copies of Boss's Orders. The Boss's Orders was really good. I have 2 SIRs, which I don't remember how I got them, but I have 2, which is pretty funny that I have 2 SIRs. Next up is 2 copies of Judge, because hand shuffling and hand disruption is really good. Especially if my opponent has a really big hand, like Lucario, or like against Zoroark. Getting down to like a really small hand size is really funny to do. For my draw cards, I have 3 copies of Lady's Determination, because this card's really good for an early game. And since a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually behind, since I want to slow the game down as much as possible. So kind of keep pace, because if I can slow the game down a lot to where it's my pace, I can win the game 100%, because I want to make sure my opponent is always paralyzed no matter what they do. They cannot take a knockout on me pretty easily. Like, if I can get to like 3 or 4 prize cards ahead of my opponent before they take a single knockout on Mega Eelektross, I am pretty much going to win the game 100% of the time. Like, there's no shot I lose. So always having ways to shuffle my hand to my deck and draw cards is really good. This deck does somehow have a bricking issue, so that's why I run 3. I might cut out a Crispin or something for another Lilies, but I'll have to test time and see. But right now, 3 Lilies seems to work pretty fine for me. Next up is 2 copies of Petru. Let's search for any trainer cards, so either items or supporters, or stadiums, or Poketools. So pretty much anything in the deck we need to help us get to any our pieces, we can get Petru for it and have it for our plays. So super good card. Next up is 2 Crispin for energy searches. And then the 1 card I've played in the deck that no one ever suspects is 1 copy of Rose's Encouragement. What it does is, if I'm behind on prize cards, I can use this to target up to 2 basic energy from my discard pile to one of my stage 2 Pokemon. So in late game, it's pretty easy to go, if I don't have another Eelektross set up, I can go Rose's Encouragement to attach 2 light energy from my discard to my to the Mega Eelektross, and then either E-Switch for the 3rd one, or attach it manually from hand or something to help get up Disaster Shock again. So it's super good for the late game, or if I'm behind and I can't set up Mega Eelektross pretty quickly, I have the 1 copy of Roses to kind of help me get back into the game. And no one ever suspects this card being in my deck, because I don't think anyone has ever read this card. But it's super good, and I'm surprised more decks aren't running this card like Dragapult or something are running this card, because it's super good actually. I think Dragapult should run this card. Is super good in Dragapult. For our last few cards in the deck, we have 2 item cards being Power Glass. And what it does is, at the end of my turn, after attack, I can, if the Pokemon's card statues in the active spot, I can attach basic energy from my discard pile to it. So pretty much Disaster Shock, since it requires me to discard 2, I only really have to discard 1, so I'm getting the second one back off of the Power Glass. So pretty much so that I can continuously power up the Disaster Shock. And if you have 4 energies on the Mega Eelektross at all times, you can always have Disaster Shock live and ready to go every single turn. So my goal is to pretty much set up like 3 to 4 lightning energy onto any of my Eelektrosses at all times. But like in the early game, I would usually set up like one Mega Eelektross set up with Power Glass on it, and then have a second one on my bench with like at least two lighting energy on it. That way, if I had to switch it out, I can just manual touch the third one and have the Zashak ready to go. Since I always want to make sure I at least have like 3 on my active and 2 on my bench for a reserve copy of Mega Eelektross, since it sucks having to not be able to attack with Mega Eelektross at all times. So 2 Power Glasses. And then last card in the deck, playing one Battle Cage for our Stadium, and then 1 copy of Levincia. Battle Cage is here for Dragapult because Ghost Dragapult is like my worst matchup since the Ghosts are really annoying to deal with. So Battle Cage kind of helps up with the Ghosts, and Dragapult, since Dragapult can easily snipe the small little Tynamos, especially if they put up the, especially if they force me to go second, and they put up the Rescue Ruins, it makes all my Tynamos 20. So against one Dragapult matchup, they go Rare Candy Dragapult, they can snipe all 3 of my Tynamos, which kind of sucks for me because I need Tynamos to be on at full health since they're already small as is. And then one Levincia, because Levincia left me to retrieve 2 lightning energy, up to 2 lightning energy from my discard pile to my hand. So Levincia is always good for that, to help get back energy recovery. I thought about playing a third Levincia, but I don't know what to cut for a second one. But not third one. I thought about playing 2 Levincia, 1 Battle Cage, but as of right now, I don't see you playing the Levincia. Since 9 times out of 10, depending on the matchup, Levincia will tend to stay around for like a really long time. So depending on the matchup, I can keep Levincia up for a while and not have it really matter for the most part. So I might end up cutting Petra down to 1 and playing another Levincia or another Lilies, but as of right now, I don't know. Also, if you want to play a special red card in here, I'll cut down a Judge. So if you want to play a special red card after the once what's that set called? Chaos Rising becomes legal, I will take out a Judge and put in a special red card, which is what I plan on doing. I also am going to be taking out a Lightning Energy out of the deck eventually to put in a Zero Aura. The one with the Thunder Shock ability, I believe is the Thunder Shock attack, I think is what it's called. That does attack 3 energy. Discards I think it's like costs 3 lightning energy. Discard all the energy from it to do 210 to one of my opponent's basic to do 210 to an EX Pokemon on my opponent's bench or something like that. I don't remember which one it was, but I do have to get one today and put that into the deck eventually at some point in time today. So cut out an electric energy and put that Zero Aura in the deck because it's really good. I also like putting the Dene in here because it's not the Dene. It was Morpeko because its ability allows me to attack on my deck and you discard it or put it back on top. That card's good for like energy if you want to discard lightning energy, or cards that aren't useful in the matchup, like the enhanced hammers. If I don't play a deck that runs special energy, or that I don't need to get rid of the special energy, I can kind of just discard it. So I'm not drawing that and also has a dip or something. So it's used for that, but I'm not playing the Morpeko in the deck. So yeah. And then for the energy cards, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lightning energy. Since you want lightning energy at all times, I'm only running 6 because one of these is going to be placed with the Zero Aura. So it'll be 6 lightning energy and then 3 dark. Because dark energy you need for the Monkey Dories. And you might think 3 dark is too much. I personally like running however many Monkey Dories I'm running. That's how many dark energy I like running. Because, you know, my luck is always at least one of them gets prized. And on top of that, it also helps because Crispin. When the special lightning energy comes out, I will probably cut my lightning energy down from 6 to like 5. No, I'll probably go from 6 lightning energy to like 4 lightning energy and then 2 special lightning energy. And kind of see if like that one. Or I might run one of the lightning energy and run like 5 basic, 1 special, and then have one that replaced with Zero Aura and then 3 dark. But I don't know. I might try to see and test out different things, kind of see, because I don't really want to run too many of the special lightning energy since the 210 kind of does screw me over. But I figure it might as well be a good test. But yeah, that's it for my Mega Eelektross deck profile. Let me know what you think of it and if you plan on playing this deck. I've seen people play with like Dragapult, or not Dragapult. I've seen people play this deck with Dragonite when it first came out. Because of these, its ability to switch out. You can go switch out into the something else. And then Dynamo all the energy back into the Mega Dragonite and then switch back to the active spot. So I would say you can run that way, which is the way I've seen people run it mostly. So this is like the very first time I've seen like a pure build of the deck where the main attacker is the Mega Eelektross. which I find to be the best way to play the deck. You could also run Prism Energy in the deck since it does come up sometimes where you want to attack with the Monkey Dory, but I don't personally play a second energy in the deck since I don't see a reason to, since Monkey Dory is almost never on my active spot, is always just in the back, moving damage over. So I will say you could run like at least take out 1 or 2 lightning energy, like take out 1 lightning energy and take out 1 dark energy, and run 2 prism energy. That way you can have it for the Monkey Dory, so you can attack with Mind Mend and Paralyze, and like confuse something, which can come up sometimes, but I don't personally see a reason to play it. But it's up to you though. But yeah, that's that for the deck. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know if you want to see me play out a turn or something, because I can do that if you guys want to see that and kind of see the basic like setup for the deck or whatever. But yeah, that's all I got. So please want to like, comment, subscribe, hype the video up, and help it reach more people. And let me know what deck profiles you want to see next, because I am building a few more decks. Like, I am currently in the process of building Golisopod from the new Chaos Rising set. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that still. I am working on building Mecha Dragalgy. And then whenever the Abyss Eye or Pitch Black, whatever that's called in English, in July, when that set comes up, I will be building Ghost Veil, since that deck is so much fun and I really want to play it. So you should have 3 more deck profiles coming up soon. So be patient with me. I am working on my best I can. I will be also doing Yu-Gi-Oh deck profiles eventually too. Okay, get decks built because it's expensive to build Yu-Gi-Oh decks. But yeah, that's all I got for now. So please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is Jackson signing out.